President-elect Trump, second term, has been making choices for his cabinet, and it's been kind of a little bit crazy. There's been numerous unqualified people being put in. There was that issue with the Attorney General and Matt Gaetz. He was out here smashing minors, so him and R. Kelly.
It makes sense.
A minor.
President-elect. Too far from
But
him,
like you
birds
just
of a
said,
feather.
I'm not surprised that he's trying to put any and everybody in there
Birds of
that
a
he can.
feather.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but Matt Gaetz, I guess, realized the controversy surrounding him and withdrew himself from the potential as the Attorney General. Yes.
Smart
That
guy.
white people are gonna go so far, and they weren't gonna go with that. Like he already knew that wasn't gonna fly. But Trump owes all these favors to people, so expect more craziness.
So Trump did instead elect to choose Pam Bondi, who is going to be the Attorney General instead of Matt Gaetz. It looks like she's the former Attorney General of Florida and a longtime Trump ally. So she's been with him by the side. She's also a blonde woman, so I don't know if Trump smashed or not.
They might not even be her real roots.
Yeah. Oh, she dyes her, she dyes her hair?
She might be a
Possibly.
brunette on the low trying to play it off as a
Possibly.
blonde.
Oh,
Possibly.
so there we go.
Never know.
Okay, so now one of the more controversial picks was Trump's choosing of the Secretary of Education, which is Linda McMahon, and her responsibilities are going to be for the overall direction, supervision, and coordination of the U.S. Department of Education. So Linda McMahon is, of course, the former chief executive of the WWE.
Wrestling.
Yep, and served as the admin of Small Business Administration in the first Trump administration. So in addition to that, she's briefly served on the Connecticut State Board of Education, which I assume is her only qualification.
Basically, Vince McMahon's ex-wife.
Yeah.
Like just to, like how
Yeah.
you know her, she's Vince McMahon's ex-wife.
Yes, that's a pretty big deal.
I mean, I can't. She been putting in time for a minute though. Linda, like it is a crazy pick. It's
Yeah,
a crazy
it's a very
pick
crazy
for
pick.
you know
Anything he does is crazy.
for
so
education, but
Not surprising.
he owe favors. He owe favors, and it's time to pay him off.
Yeah, so Trump has basically admitted he wants to eliminate federal oversight of education, and he wants to send education back to the states, and Linda McMahon is supposed to be spearheading that effort and helping him out. That's what Trump said in a statement, and that was announcing her nomination. So we're going to look forward to,
It's going to be interesting.
Linda
I feel it's
McMahon.
going to be interesting.
2025 is
Now,
gonna
in
be a
addition
very
to that,
interesting year.
In addition to that, there was another controversial pick. Trump has also selected Dr. Oz as the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So they're going to have Dr. Oz.
Well, hold on. So just real quick, just to cover the bases, we've had 3 reality TV stars. Just covering the bases real quick. Trump,
Yeah.
Linda McMahon,
Uh-huh.
and Dr. Oz.
Oz.
All of them have been on TV. Okay, let's go. Sorry.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Motion for him.
Yeah, so a lot of people were questioning Dr. Oz because the responsibilities for this job is the administrator is going to lead the federal agency dedicated to advancing health equity, expanding coverage, and improving health outcomes. So basically, Dr. Oz is in charge of Medicare, Medicaid. So he's going to be responsible for people's Medicare and Medicaid once Trump takes office.
They're trying to cut that out. We'll see.
Just like education, they try to cut, it's not like they try to hold these positions around and stuff.
Right.
So
And Trump said Dr. Oz is going to be working with RFK Jr., his health secretary nominee, to take on the illness industrial complex and all the horrible chronic diseases it left in its wake. So,
I've got a question. My question is this: how long before they realize that mass deportation is going to probably be a problem when they send all these people back?
It's going to be a very big problem, and we're not 100% sure how Trump is going to carry out this mass deportation, but a lot of people are saying he's going to be involving the military,
My thing is this.
National Guard.
Yeah, okay, and you notice a lot of minorities built a lot of things around here.
Mm-hmm.
Get the jobs around here and do the things that other people don't want to do. So
That's
imagine with this mass deportation, how it's going to
That's basically my question.
And
Like
everything like that we're doing now, like all these buildings and this land and all this stuff that
All them exotic hoes.
Yeah.
how long?
them too.
How
Like,
long before they
how you gonna
understand
send the bad
that
bitches away?
you're not going to get those apartments and houses and
Not as
all
quick as
these?
you think you gonna get 'em up.
How long is it going to take them to realize this? 2 years, 3 years?
And it's
Like,
not going to realize until it affects them. When it affects them, like it affects other people, that's when they be like, oh. But it's nothing that's affecting them. That's why they can make these decisions.
That's crazy. And in addition to that, he's also picked Marco Rubio for Secretary of State. And he's going to be the nation's top diplomat who serves the interests of the United States and U.S. citizens around the world. And this is going to require Senate confirmation to confirm. And so he's made Marco Rubio Secretary of State. He's also nominated Tulsi Gabbard for Director of National Intelligence. Now, there was some controversy around Tulsi saying she was a Russian spy, allegedly. But she's a former Democrat who served in Iraq and Kuwait as a member of the Army National Guard. So she's been in the military. I've heard about those military chicks. Yeah, but yeah. Trump's got a few picks on here that are controversial. Also, RFK Jr. as the Health and Human Services Secretary, and his job is going to be to take action to prepare for public health emergencies such as pandemics, and is tasked with responding to them. And he is also monitoring the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, manage policies for Medicaid and Medicare, and oversee the Center for Disease Control, Prevention, and oversee the Indian Health Service.
Can I say the best thing about this is that it's only 4 years. Like after these 4 years up, we get new candidates
Yeah, but what's going to
everywhere.
happen in these 4
4
years?
years.
How bad is it going to get in these 4 years?
We
Is anybody
survived
gonna-
4 years with Trump.
Is anybody
I've
going to take
survived
over
Trump,
what he does after 4
Reagan,
years?
Bush.
Like,
I've survived all these presidents. This
Good,
one,
but they were
we'll
presidents.
see how this one goes. How much different it is, but 4 years isn't that really? To
It's
me
not
now.
that bad.
it's not that long. 'Cause
No,
by
it's
time
not that
flying, by
long.
the time you
Yeah.
I'll
think
be
it'll be over.
46.
Like yeah,
No,
like,
wait, I'm 43. I'll be 47.
So you know,
I forgot
at the
my
way
age.
time
Yeah,
flies, you
no,
know,
it's gonna be okay.
4 years we'll have new candidates everywhere, and then we can hopefully start again. But from this last election, it just lets me know where the country's at still.
What about this controversial pick of Caroline Leavitt for press secretary? She's 27 years old and serves as the youngest secretary, White House press secretary in history. She's pretty young. She's pretty blonde.
Is she pretty?
I'm blind too when I put
She's
Is she pretty?
straight for the stroke. I'll just say that.
Look, I mean, look.
We've been through this before with this administration.
Yeah.
You know this.
It's nothing new.
They're gonna get an airhead. So remember, first
course.
they had the old chick.
Sarah Huckabee.
No, that was the ugly one.
Yeah.
It's funny looking eye. No, they had the old one. The crypt keeper chick.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they had
Yeah,
her
Yeah.
first.
Kelly.
Then they went to the little young,
Yeah.
the young chick, but she ain't no shit. She was not
Look,
qualified enough, or she was not articulate enough for the Trump administration.
If
So
we
they had
don't
to, 'cause she
know-
wasn't answering the questions properly.
if we don't know anything else, Trump going to push out
A ditzy.
Oh,
a
a
pretty
super
white
ditzy.
girl.
A ditzy
He gonna
broad.
push her out there in front of everybody and just hopefully
know it's
she's
coming.
pretty and they just don't pay attention to what she's saying.
Yeah, that's going to be
They are
interesting.
going to push out one of these ditzy broads.
Yeah, so there's been a numerous batch of unqualified people for Trump's cabinet, but I mean, there's always unqualified people in cabinet picks for every president, so that's not surprising.
Nothing new.
One thing that is surprising, though, is they are skipping background checks. So it says the Trump team transitioning is so far skipping background checks and briefings for a lot of these roles in the cabinet.
We surprised.
The person that's leading it is the lead felon in is the lead felon of the administration.
Exactly. So they need to pass that on down to us. Make sure we don't.
That shit
have
should
to
trickle
get-
down to the American people
Yeah,
for real.
It needs to. It better. It'll be a problem if it don't.
It like, and I'm in a total agreement. Like, look, away with background checks. Just away with them.
But
Like,
everything.
away with them.
Jobs, apartments.
It's a
unless
free for all.
Something. Well, hell, I can't even say that.
Look,
because
but I'm saying,
what his charges is
in a way, it levels the playing field. No background checks levels the playing field. Just it's a free for all. Mm-hmm. So I'm not against that.
Okay, so it looks like these background checks are required by the Senate. So it looks like the president's cabinet pits aren't getting the FBI background checks that the Senate has traditionally required before confirming them. And in addition to that, it looks like the Trump transition has failed to sign 3 required formal agreements, memorandums of understanding with the Biden administration, and under law, 2 of these documents were supposed to have been signed by October 1st. So they're already screwing up.
I mean, but just the name we mentioned earlier, Matt Gaetz. They were ready to give him a job, and all you know Matt Gaetz for is being a pet.
Yeah.
They were ready to give him a job. And if it wasn't for, I guess, the scrutiny amongst it, I guess, because they knew the American public just wasn't going to go for that. But Matt Gaetz was about to get a job. And he's says all you need to say about where we're at.
All that stuff, like now when it comes to, people don't pay attention to that stuff no more. That stuff don't even bother them no more. And it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
That you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, she was 14.
The moral compass, of society has been shifted.
Slow. Yeah. So it looks like the Senate does require 3 things before moving forward with the confirmation for these cabinet picks.
License.
Well, an FBI background investigation. Also, an ethics agreement with the Office of Government Ethics, and responses to a detailed questionnaire. So it looks like 2 of those pieces have not been signed yet.
A country club membership,
yeah. So there's going to be I'll say this: the next 4 years are going to be interesting.
They will be.
I know it's not going to be as boring as the Biden administration.
No, it's gonna be always gonna be on our toes.
Yeah. So
you know how they do
and like
things every month they have something different they post.
And like
it's
I told,
you
know, one of the dudes at my job, he's Hispanic and stuff. I'm like, I don't understand how you can vote against your own interest. Black people, we're going to be here regardless.
Well,
regardless of what happens, we're still going to be here. They're going to send a lot of your people.
But here's the thing: a lot of those Latinos don't think of themselves as the Latinos they're deporting.
Right.
Because they came legally. They're thinking about the people who came illegally. That's what they're always going. You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, it's hard for me to, when we sit here and talk about it every week, and it's like we keep saying we have to vote in our interest. We don't know what interest or what the best interest is for the Hispanic community because we are not Hispanics.
Correct. True.